I think it would also be good so that we can show the rest of the peeps.
Okay. 3 nights ago, our heroes ventured forth from the small town of Illmater's Hope in search of the missing children. Instead, something else found them. Having contended with intellect devourers and a creature known as the Silent One, the team had rescued the hostage of these mind flayers named Cole, who had led them deeper into the dead pines through the night. I believe at this point it is about 4 a.m. It's almost approaching dawn. As you approached a clearing through the fog, you did notice the temperature began to rise to uncomfortable levels. You also noticed that the ground was coated with a red liquid, which you identified to be blood. And the team began to sweat as they ventured further through the fog, and within 80 paces, all of you were able to spot the distinct worn outline of a 2-story structure matching the description of the inn that Cole had referenced. As the structure came closer into view, it was revealed to be made from stone. The sagging roof sat poorly like an ill-fitted wig, while cracked glass windows were boarded up and backed by dark stained cloth beneath, blocking all spaces that once let light into the building. You had also noticed the tracks of adults and children passing through the blood-soaked mud between the buildings. And I believe that is where we left off.
Did one of our members identify how long, like how fresh these tracks looked?
They did not.
One thing that we did find out was the village looked as if there was burn damage that was fairly recent, like within the last month. We identified remains that looked possibly elven or human, and the
Both
dead,
elven and human, yep.
the dead appeared to be fairly fresh, gruesome in appearance despite the evidence of recent fire.
Mhm.
But the village itself seemed to have been destroyed quite some time ago.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I think we decided that we're going to try to find what we can before resting. No matter what we find, I don't think we should move forward until we at least try to regain some strength.
Oh yes, that is a good reminder. I forgot to mention that you are all exhausted.
Oh, you mentioned it. We have an exhaustion point. Level 1. Yeah, I honestly that's the wrong kind of level 1, y'all. Honestly, Nona, I can't go farther, but I'm not comfortable here. I don't know. And she turns towards Cole and she's like, you said this would be safe. What about this looks safe?
He looks toward the partially burnt, partially collapsed inn, and then looks back to you and says, "There are 4 walls and a roof. It is safer than out there, and he glances back to the dead pines where you previously were.
I feel like he said that before. Asshole.
It did. Yeah. It's all right. I'll say it again.
Of course he will. Cole. He's my least favorite creature on the planet right now.
So you're saying that we should not see if the children are dead yet?
I already told you you're too late.
I have to see it for myself. Or rather, figuratively at least, I need to see for myself.
Well, the inn is giving me bad vibes, but let's at least check the other buildings, see if they have roofs. Maybe we could stay in one of those instead of the scary boarded up roof not intact building, or roof slightly askew building.
I mean, does it look not structurally sound? Like it's going to, or actually, okay.
Hello.
Hi, Juliana.
We weren't
Hi,
sure
Kevin.
how late you were going to be, so we started
Okay.
only a few minutes ago, though. And we are being recorded, by the way.
Okay. Natalie, are you more worried about what's inside of the building or rather the building itself falling on you?
Yes.
I see. Does our friend Cole here want to go inside the building and see if there's anything inside?
He looks at you as if unsure if you're asking him a question or telling him to do something. If you wish to unbind my hands.
I don't think you need your hands to look at a building. Based on what I know of structures and stonework and whatnot, how secure does the building look?
Yes. Please make I believe this is a history check, and you get it at advantage because of dwarven stone cutting.
Winning. Oh, thank God.
Hey, Mavly, let's go.
Let's see. So that would be 16.
Okay. With a 16. With a 16, you notice that the inn appears to be old, very old. In fact, the stonework resembles, well, with a 16, you're fairly certain that the stonework here is elven.
Okay.
And there haven't been elves in this region for hundreds of years.
Oh,
It does, however, look stable-ish.
relatively speaking.
Yeah, as stable as you could expect, considering the conditions. It doesn't look like it's going to collapse.
Mavely's going to take a deep breath and just walk up to the building and go in the door.
Okay.
Can I
Might
check
be
for
in it.
traps?
Yeah, you're going to follow Madly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay outside with Cole and Arrow's character.
Sulan.
Sulon, thank you.
I had to type it a lot. It helps me remember.
I have to force myself to remember. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Juliana.
14.
With a 14, you do not notice any traps. I will remind you, though, that you do see the tracks of humans and children through the blood-soaked mud. And I think with your perception roll, that would kind of come to the forefront.
Okay. Do we want to try and move in stealthily? Are you sure you want to walk through the front door?
So the inn has a large 2-story tall, huge door.
The door is big. Did the footprints or whatever, do they look like they went into the inn, or they just passed through the village?
They pass through the area. Yeah.
Okay.
For Ellie and Quinn, as you approach the entrance, a potent aroma of meat and mold lingers like a physical wall of heat, and it assaults your nostrils. Death has visited this place and discarded something large in its wake.
And that's coming from inside the inn.
It's hard to say. It's kind of, as you get closer to the inn, it definitely gets stronger, but you're not sure whether it's coming from the inn or not.
As we walk up, and Quinn asked, do you want to be stealthy? As we notice this. You'd mentioned last week too that there was a faint hum in the air. Does that get louder as we walk towards the inn?
It does not.
Okay. I'm gonna slow down.
Are there any type of religious markings on the door or on the building? Yeah, on the door, the front face of the building that we see.
We'll just play on that perception roll that you had before. You don't see any obvious religious markings. You don't speak Elven, however.
No.
Yeah,
correct?
none of us speak Elven.
Yeah, there are some writing that you would expect on like the exterior of an inn, like carved into the stone, but you don't know what it says.
Why
imagine-
don't
No, go right
go
ahead.
ahead, Nona? There's like this tension, man, between Mathley and Nona right now. Not good.
We're just really tired, okay?
Nah, bitch, I want to
the-
kill Cole, and you're all like, don't be a hoe.
Not a hoe, a hobo.
be
A murder
a nice
hobo.
human, or be a nice
Um,
dwarven person. But Quinn, you got my back.
I got your back.
You be quiet and stealthy. I'ma be a distraction
Okay. I'll move.
in case there's something in
stealthily.
here. Ah, everything's fine. Okay, and then with that said, Mathley's just gonna walk in the door. She's tired of not making the best decisions.
All 4 walls of the room are badly burnt. The smells of urine, vomit, burnt wood, overcooked meat all stand out from the other smells present. Piles of ash and rubble litter the floor, the remains of books and objects from ages past that have been burnt beyond recognition. Amongst the remains, charred pieces of bone can be seen. Rotten flesh is made noticeable by the flies, and the only things still intact are a few remaining tables and chairs. As you step into the room, your hairs immediately raise on end and music begins to slowly play.
Okay.
The room sparks to life as dozens of figures suddenly appear, well-dressed elves and humans wearing a variety of disturbing masks, drinking, chatting amongst themselves, and partaking in a variety of activities appropriate for a well-to-do feast. I need all of you to make a sanity saving throw.
Even the people outside of the building?
No, just the ones going in.
Okay, so me, Cole, and Sulan are outside, as far as I understand.
Correct. Yep, you're outside with Cole and Salon.
13.
Okay.
11.
And we can't see anything happening inside? Oh, cool.
Are you looking through the door?
Can we see through the door?
Are you looking through the door? It's a big door.
I mean, I suppose I would glance through.
Okay, make a sanity saving throw.
I thought my dice were right there. They were not. $19.
Okay. Quinn, I'm sorry for this. As you go into the room, you begin to vomit unexpectedly. Some of the chunks of bile burn as they pass through your nostrils. Your hands begin to shake as every sense in your body is telling you to leave this place. The rest of you are okay, although Mavli just barely.
If it wasn't for the exhaustion, I'd be out. Oh, would this be at a disadvantage? See?
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes, thank you for Ellie.
Oh, mine still stands. That one was much better.
What was yours, Ellie?
Oh, mine was 13.
You're
You
okay.
need me to roll again? Do I will I
No, you're
fail
fine.
harder? Will my
No,
eyes
you're
bleed?
fine. You're fine.
We're not killing Quinn with a sanity roll. No, I will revolt. Okay.
Mavli, it doesn't feel good in here. I don't want to stay. I don't like it.
So
I
this is a 2-story tall central room, kind of like a common area. Make a perception check, please.
Quinn and I, or just Quinn?
Anybody looking in?
At
Again, isn't it-
disadvantage?
Looking in
Oh.
or in?
How do you do disadvantaged with this?
Oh, you're not at disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, you are because you're
Because
exhausted.
you're exhausted.
Yeah, we're exhausted.
Right. Yeah.
I
9.
got
9,
13.
Yeah.
13.
13,
12.
and 12. Okay,
The other one would have been much better.
So Quinn is busy vomiting her guts out. But the other 2 of you that are looking inside, you become, if you're not already uneasy, you become so as you look at the figures that are dancing and, doing the merriment, but you realize that none of them are smiling. They don't seem to be
Like actually enjoying themselves.
recognizing that you're there at all.
Well, that's a relief. Are
Quinn.
they? Sorry.
No, you're fine. Quinn, go ahead, out. Go stand out with Nona. I'm gonna
Okay.
walk further into the room.
By yourself?
Mhm.
This doesn't seem safe either.
Go on.
Here, dear. and I want to like give her a wetted cloth to wipe her face off.
Just smack her with it. She needs to be pulled out of this.
As Mavli walks further into the room, about halfway in, and you glance around and you're noticing the movements of these figures, and one catches your eye. A woman spins around into the arms of a man who grabs her by the back of the hair, pulls her head back, and runs a knife across her throat, spilling blood onto the floor. Others see this happening. One behind the man draws a sword and runs him through. And this sequence of violence begins to permeate throughout the room as each of the revelers begins to violently and maliciously hurting or killing each other in the open.
Is it like oddly in time with the music?
It is not.
Oh, good.
Aw.
Okay.
No, it is horrific. And I need you to make a sanity saving throw.
Shocking. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, I got a 20 and an 18, so that's lovely.
Hey,
That's
good
great.
job.
So non-natural 20.
That's great. So you managed to maintain your composure. I cannot read chats, by the way. So I see that they're popping up, but I can't read them.
No worries.
Juliana,
I didn't want to interrupt your recording with not D&D stuff.
No big deal.
yeah,
Definitely not.
yeah. She just said she might have to leave early.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So Mavli was expecting something kind of like awkward to happen. Like this isn't a good thing anyway. So she's just gonna keep moving to see if she can see like any kind of writing on the walls or any kind of thing that might have triggered this vision as they walked in or anything like that.
Okay. As you walk around the room and the corpses of these people and the bleeding, wailing bodies as they're crawling across the floor with their entrails spilling out, horrific wounds, broken bones protruding through the flesh, like these people are absolutely mutilating each other. But as you try to avoid coming into direct contact with them and moving about the room, and looking around, maybe adjusting things, trying to see if there was something that maybe you triggered, the room suddenly becomes cold, dark, and empty, except for the charred remains of corpses lying where the ghosts previously were.
I don't know, and I'm not okay. So she's gonna just freeze and turn around and look out the door. She's looking for Nona. Is Nona looking in at all?
Nona's looking in. I probably should make a sanity check, huh?
Yes.
Yep. That's a 14.
All right, you're okay.
Okay.
As you notice this and you're kind of glancing over at the bodies, you see apparitions rise out of the corpses and they look directly at Mavli and let's see, Quinn left the room, right?
Quinn left the room.
And glancing out the door towards where Ellie is. And they let out, as they rise out of these corpses, they let out a horrifying wail and like project their terror onto you. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah. You know, it would be
6.
cool if this was with advantage, because then I'd have a natural 20.
Yeah, but it is with
Um,
disadvantage.
I know.
No, it's
That
not with
means-
disadvantage.
It
Sorry.
is with
It-
disadvantage.
No, it's not.
What?
You have 1 level of exhaustion, not 3. Saving
One-
throw.
level 1 or-
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled 2 dice at the same time. So should I just re-roll
Repeat.
one?
Yeah, re-roll one.
Okay, my bad. That's a 13 plus 2.
Okay.
So that's 15.
Mavly?
6.
6.
Oh.
Okay.
It can't all be winners.
Yeah. Ellie, being outside, is able to brace herself for this, but Mavly, within the
Echo chamber of the
immediate presence of all of these specters, ghosts to be more exact, as they project this terrifying energy at her. Mavly, you are frightened for 1 minute. Additionally, because you failed fairly badly, you are aged by 40 years.
Nap.
Whoa.
And the rest of you can noticeably see this. If you look at Mavly now, the creases, her age lines have become more prominent. The little bit of gray in her hair has become more gray, right? Some of the purple in her hair that has changed to white.
Faded to, yeah.
Her hair is probably thinned out to the horror.
Yeah. And at this, the apparitions float up into through the ceiling and seemingly into nothingness.
Okay, do I see that as well?
Yeah.
Do I feel any sort of, because you said I could feel that this was unhallowed ground, right? Do I feel any sort of lessening of like evil when they leave?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I turn, sorry.
In fact, give me one more sanity saving throw. Mavly and Ellie.
16. Two 16s plus 1, 17.
Okay.
3.
Oh, no.
You poor thing. Okay. So let me record this real quick.
Well, I guess it would be a total of 5.
Yeah. Okay. Ouch.
Hashtag more.
Okay. So
Mm.
your hands, you're already scared, but your hands begin to shake uncontrollably and violently. And you have this incredibly strong urge that you need to get out of this room. Whether it's out of the building or into another room, you have to get out of this room.
At this point, am I closer to the out door or further into the in door?
You're a little bit past the middle of the room. So I'd say you're probably closer to the back room.
That is probably the direction she'd go then.
Okay.
Are you fleeing that direction?
You're going to follow her?
I'm gonna follow her. I turn to, why can't I remember her name? Sulan. I turn to Sulan.
Hmm.
Watch over Quinn. Be careful. I need to go after Madly.
I'm feeling much better now. This fresh air was good. What's
Oh.
happening?
I'm so glad. Stay here. If only come in if you hear me call for you. And I run in.
Okay.
And
Is Quinn staying out?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Yeah, Sulan is staying out. She's holding on to Cole.
Cole. Do I make it to Mavly or does something else happen?
Yeah, you're running, so I think you can catch her pretty easily.
Okay. Mavly, hey. They left. It's fine. They're gone.
They're how do you know they're gone?
Pressing
They weren't-
forward down into the back room, the shadows flicker down the corridor and the air is heavy with the rank smell of decay. From down the hall, you hear something reminiscent of wet canvas being torn. As you get closer, the sound is replaced by the loud smacking of lips, and the light catches the glint of eyes in the distance. Two pale yellowed eyes, one of which is bisected, looks up to stare back at you, and you're able to take in the full scene. A twisted, rotting figure, hunched over an equally rotten corpse, is now looking up from its meal, staring at you with its soulless yet penetrating eyes. Its mouth opens, dropping a maggot-ridden piece of flesh. Blood bubbles and froths from its mouth as it emits a guttural howl and leaps toward you. Upon seeing this, you need to make another sanity saving throw.
Come on, luck. Don't fail me now.
I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Would you
Yay.
believe we rolled a 20 and a 1?
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, you got a 1?
I got a 1.
All right. Well, that sucks.
I know it does, Z. I know it does.
All right. So marking down your stress damage.
I'm making more tea.
Bog water, more
Bog water tea. Juliana, you didn't get to see my tea, but it's full of stuff. Leaves,
Goodness.
sticks,
It
pine.
must be really good.
It is.
Ellie, you take an amount of stress damage and become frightened for 2d4 rounds.
You want me to roll it or are you rolling it?
That is a 4 and a 3.
Oh, Jesus. Really?
Yeah.
I knew my luck couldn't hold forever.
So the frightened mechanic
Means we run
is-
away.
I'm sorry?
Disadvantage.
It means we
on
run
ability
away.
check.
No.
We can't willingly move closer to the source of the fear.
And
Correct.
and we
And we have
actively
disadvantage. Do we get more disadvantage? We're disadvantaged at
You
disadvantage.
can't stack disadvantage.
You have okay, let me read to you frightened. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. And you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Chill. Cool.
Yeah, so from you two, actually, let's just do it for everybody. I need initiative.
Yes. That's normal initiative, right? It's not a disadvantage.
Initiative is technically an ability check, so it is in fact at disadvantage.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you or put it? Oh, you can't see the chat. I'll tell you. I got a 14.
11.
12.
And 12, Mavly 11, and my creature okay. It acts before you. So it lunges towards you and you are caught unprepared. And it is going to, who do you think would have been the closest person, the first one into the room? Was it Mavly or was it, okay.
I'm gonna let you make that call, Jamie.
It was almost assuredly me. I was closer to the room and I headed straight in there with you following.
Okay. I think as it rushes towards you, it's gonna lash out with both of its claws and make its multi-attack. So that is a 4 and a 12. Let's see.
12 hits. My AC isn't exactly high.
Yeah, it's actually a 17. So
hashtag sadness.
so you take, so the first one misses. As it lunges towards you, its first swipe, you manage to back out of the way just before it hits you. But the second one, it anticipates that and it thrusts its claw forward, scraping deeply into your collarbone. And you take 6 piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Here, have some bog water. It helps.
That was 8 damage, right?
6.
6. Sorry. And is my saving throws are not a disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Because you're a dwarf, you get to make this particular one at advantage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, madness. Oh, that's good. That's very good. I'm very happy with that. That would be 18. Thank God for advantage.
Ooh. Good job
Okay.
being a dwarf.
As its claws dig into your flesh, tearing through bits of your armor, you feel this noxious ichor seep into your flesh, but your dwarven constitution manages to stave off the effects of the poison.
Oh, she's Mavly just screams and tries to, lean farther back. She's not okay. Not okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Ellie.
yell, Nona, run. Nona, run, Nona.
Yeah, let's do that. Is there a way? Do I have to carry Mavly out? Mavly, are you looking like you can't get out of there, or?
No, she looks
not
okay.
at the moment. Yeah, I'm okay. She looks fine. I just can't move yet. It's not my turn.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, so she has her shield out. So her AC is up, but she's gonna run away.
Okay, you're gonna try to run. Are you going to disengage or are you just going to run?
Oh, yeah, right, combat. Yeah, disengage. So
Okay.
kind of, I imagine it got kind of close, so shove it away a little bit. Flavor.
Oh yeah, it's up in both of your faces. Right
Yeah.
now.
So shove it away as the disengage, and then maybe go 1 second, and then go at like an angles to kind of lead it away a little bit, but still go towards the exit.
Okay.
So I have 25 feet of movement. Do I make it outside? How far away is it?
I had a map. I'm going to say that 25 feet will probably get you very close to the door.
Okay.
The exit, but still inside the building.
Okay. That's all I can do.
I'm
I think.
assuming you're going back the way you came.
Yes.
Okay.
I am not charting any new territory. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Quinn. I think she just went AFK.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm maneuvering through all my apps on my phone, so
I'm gonna say
I'm
she's
gonna-
multitasking mistress of madness.
Cool. It is
So what am I able to see or hear from outdoors?
So from outside, I think it's not a super well like sound insulated building. So I imagine you probably heard the howl, and then you heard Mavly say, Ellie, run, or Nona, run.
Okay. So if I peeked in, I will see Nona.
Yes.
Do I
If you peek in, you will see Ellie running towards you. Yes.
Will I see something running with her?
You do have dark vision.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you, because they're down a hallway, I'm gonna say roll perception.
Okay. Sorry, working on it. Perception at disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
Perception. I got a 3.
Okay, so no, you cannot see what it is that they're running from, but you can definitely see Ellie running towards you.
Okay. So can I hold my action for my crossbow action
Yep.
for when I see a not friendly or not allied person?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Quinn, got our backs. God, I love this gnome.
Okay, Mavly, it is your turn.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna dash. I'm out.
Okay, you're not gonna disengage, just dash.
I'll take it.
Okay, just checking.
I don't even think does disengage even work if you're a bard? Isn't that something
Yeah.
you have to like have?
No, disengage is something that everybody can do.
Oh, exciting. God love 5e. But yeah, nah, she's just gonna run. Not
Okay.
gonna lie.
So as you just panic dash the other direction, and maybe it's not expecting you to just bolt, but it swipes out at you and it like stumbles on itself and it kind of falls down and it kind of starts scrambling after you with, the blood coming from its mouth just smearing on the ground beneath it as it's pulling itself forward trying to catch you, but it misses. It rolled a natural 1.
It's the little things that get us through the day, kids.
Okay, so you are dashing. So you are going to go a full
50 feet.
50 feet. So you are out. You just push past Ellie. You push past Quinn and Sulan. And,
I
and I'll go with,
totally,
like,
I
because-
watched Nona kill people earlier today.
Yeah.
She can handle this.
You just like shoulder past Cole.
Yeah, so much. You motherfucker, I hate you. Safe inside four walls. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. And so the creature, I think, is going to chase you. But in chasing you, it's going to encounter Ellie.
Okay.
And so it is going to lunge at her. I think, yeah.
How long
Will
was
I have seen
frightened
it at this
me?
point?
Yeah. So as it rushes toward chasing Mavly and approaching Ellie, it would then come into Quinn's sight, and you can attack it if you wish.
Okay.
In fact, if you wait up until the point where it's like into Ellie's kind of zone of influence, you can also benefit from that sneak attack.
Mm-hmm. But that would be waiting to put her in danger more. So as soon as I see it, I'm gonna try
It's gonna get to her no matter what you do.
regardless. Okay. Okay. I'll wait a few more feet.
Okay. So as Quinn sees this creature running, chasing after Mavly, but then kind of detouring as it approaches Ellie, fires her crossbow, hand crossbow, correct?
Yeah.
Fires her hand crossbow right as it gets into melee range of Ellie. So go ahead and make that attack.
Okay. A 13 to hit. Does that hit?
A 13 just hits. Go ahead and
Woo!
roll
Go
damage.
Quinn. Go
Include-
Quinn.
Include sneak attack.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So I need to find the sneak attack. Deal an extra 2d6. All right. One, 2. Holy. 7 and 6, 13 damage.
Wow. All right.
Nice.
So Quinn looses her bolt and it strikes this creature kind of general mass with a deep, wet thud. And it screeches as the arrow penetrates it and then takes 2 swipes at Ellie. And that, let's see, 6, that's 11 was the highest of the 2. So I think they both missed.
They both miss.
So as it lunges towards you, Ellie spins around and it rakes its claws twice hard against her shield, scratching the holy symbol emblazoned on your shield. And it is Ellie's turn.
Can I disengage from it again?
You certainly can.
All right, I'm gonna push it off me again with the shield. and then run out of the door. I'm not gonna hide behind my friends, but I'm not gonna go in front of them either. I'm gonna go next to them and face the thing. And and
stand.
am I allowed to take my hammer out even if I'm frightened?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So Ellie runs back to the group, which is probably within 15 or 20 feet of the door, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then turns around again and kind of readies for the incoming attack, right?
Yeah, and I want to say, watch out for its claws. They're powerful and very sharp. And then that's it.
Okay, great. Quinn.
Already?
Yeah, it's fast when there's only 3 of you.
So how far away is it still? About 20 feet? Because
Yeah,
I'm at the
it's-
door.
It's about 20 feet of you. It's just inside the inn.
Okay. Let me take a look at my actions. All right. So I am going to try to hit it with my hand crossbow again.
Okay.
Wait. Can I wait?
Uh-huh.
Can I throw my dagger at it?
You can. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that.
This will not be a sneak attack.
This will not hit it. I got a 10.
Okay, interesting. So, what does this look like when you throw your dagger and it misses?
Well, I suppose I start by fumbling it out of its placement as it is.
Oh, it was in your hand.
So
Yeah. You go to look for your dagger and you notice that it was already in your hand.
okay. That throws me off a bit. And then trying to take a second to shake off that confusion. I take too long to realize where the creature is in front of me. And then in throwing it, instead of the sharp end hitting this motherfucker, it's the blunt of the dagger instead.
Nice. Yeah. So like the handle of the dagger hits it and he kind of like looks down at it and snarls back up at you. Anything else?
Me too. I mean,
my bonus action. I want to hide behind the door. Did we open both doors? Is it a 2-door? Is it a 1-door?
It's a 2-door. I imagine you only opened one of them though.
I want to hide behind the other one.
Okay, so you're gonna go towards the building.
I think she was mostly at the door anyway.
I was at the door.
Oh, okay. I thought you went back to where Quinn and Cole were.
Nona and Cole, or Ellie and Cole.
Yeah, sorry, Ellie and Cole and Sulan. Yeah.
There's one.
I didn't realize they were so far away. I was just outside of the open door, ready to attack with my crossbow.
Okay, cool. So you're just outside the door. No problem.
So, and then I hide behind the other one.
Cool. Go ahead and roll stealth. This is of course at disadvantage.
Okay.
You got this. You're the stealthiest. You're the stealthiest motherfucker. You got this.
The stealthiest known to man, and not
Gnome
man.
to gnome to man.
To man. Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Cover up your terror with humor. Quick.
Got a 3.
A 3.
No.
Plus,
Yeah.
your stealth. Plus your stealth. So it's not that terrible.
This exhaustion is really fucking
Kicking our
kicking
ass.
ass.
So literally the scream that I shouted a minute ago, that's how Quinn hides behind the door. She's like a toddler, like playing hide and seek, like really excited that she knows you're right around the corner.
Yeah, I like to think of it like Quinn hurries behind the door, like she always does. She's really good at hiding, except this time not expecting that this building is old. She like juts her elbow on a sharp edge of the rock, and she kind of like unintentionally lets out a yelp. Okay, Mavly.
Yeah. How far behind everyone am I at 50? I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah, I'd say you've got about you ran 50 feet from there. You're about 10, 15 feet further out than everybody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna realize that okay, turn around. I'm gonna be like, oh, a little too far from my friends. I'm going to say, Nona, your support matters so much, and I love you so much, and you can do this, and please don't let it eat me. And I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Nona.
Awesome.
Bardic
Don't let it
Inspiration.
eat me, please. And then I'm going to, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm going to attempt. I'm just going to pull out my weapon for the first time and hold it awkwardly and stand next to Nona, like at a distance, and hold my action in case it comes closer.
Next
'Cause
to
I don't
at
know
a
what else to
distance.
do.
Awesome.
Like, well, I don't want to be like right next to her, but like it's obvious that Mavely has no combat experience here. She doesn't know. she's how I don't want to get hit by that, but I don't want to be too far away, so it's a little awkward.
It's quite the sight. Mavely kind of shaky, holding her weapon in front of her, like a novice would on their first day of weapons training.
It's more like a baseball than a warhammer.
Yeah, she's like holding it out in one hand, like stay away, like it's a sword. But
I don't like any of them. I'm mad.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and roll initiative for Sulan. That's pretty bad. Okay.
Oh yeah, we forgot we could do that.
Okay.
Well, I forgot.
So Sulan, now at this point, seeing this creature like at the doorway, I think Sulan is going to try to turn undead.
Wow. Is this an undead creature?
It certainly looks like it might be. So let's see what her. Can she even turn undead? Maybe not.
Uh-oh.
Never mind. She's not going to turn undead because I can't find it on her. Okay. Instead, she is going to ready her shield and her spear, and she's going to ready an action to thrust her spear at anything that approaches.
Cool.
The creature, on the other hand, rushes out the door, and it immediately turns on its heel. And I rolled a 20 to see if it notices Quinn. As it rushes out the door, it's like, hey, closest target, blood drooling out of its mouth, lets out this howl again, and lunges towards Quinn.
Oh, Quinn.
With a nat 1 and
Hey.
nat 3. You guys are getting so lucky tonight.
I can't reach her because she fell into a hole.
See, I expected her to be standing up, but she hit her elbow and she was like bent over a little bit.
Yeah,
and she's already short.
she had
She's
kneeled
already
down and
short.
was like nursing her elbow.
This motherfucker.
And being as small as she is anyway, it was expecting something larger and went around and just raked its claws against the stone and the wood of the door kind of splintering.
Can we say that it dulled its claws a little bit?
Yeah, broke a nail.
Oh,
That's what you get.
we just made it mad.
All right, Ellie, your turn.
Okay. I should have been keeping track, but how many rounds of do I have to stay frightened?
Oh, it was 7.
And we're on round 3?
This is round 4.
4.
Can we roll for a save on that at all?
Yeah, you actually get to save every turn,
Oh, really?
but you haven't. Yeah, I forgot.
You didn't
but
even ask
you
about
I
haven't really
forgot.
needed to, yeah.
For realism, that roll isn't happening.
Okay. Can I
Not for me.
can I roll on a save? Is that just
Yeah,
a straight?
it's a wisdom save. Yeah.
Do I get disadvantage?
Yes, it is dark.
Oh, it's dark now?
Yeah.
Okay. 11 and 18.
Things that go bump in the night. This is literally that.
That's a 13.
13. I think that's enough.
Wait, is it a saving throw? It's a saving throw. So that would
It's
actually
saving
be that'd be 15.
Oh yeah, that's enough. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so Ellie is able to rally herself, and you are
Having
no
her
longer- you are no
having her
longer-
warhammer in her hand gives her courage.
Are we back at the top of the round? Did I get to use my held action, or are we still going through it?
Technically, the creature is at the top, but
Okay.
go ahead.
No, we're fine. We're good. I'm not worried. We're all everything's fine.
Yeah, nothing came to your trigger, so
Yeah.
Although, yeah, so I'm not going to remember if you have held action. So if I get to the NPC and you haven't used your held action, remind me.
Yeah, he's the top. That's just
It
my
actually
brain. I was like,
it actually resets on your turn.
Mm.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because it would be the full round.
right. Okay, what does Ellie do?
Okay.
She's gonna attack it from the back.
Okay, so you're running towards it.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll get that. We'll get that.
And remind me how bardic inspiration works.
Inspiration resets every session.
Bardic
No.
inspiration.
She gave me
You
bardic
get-
inspiration.
Yeah, you get 1d6 for 10 minutes. You can add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It can be added
Okay.
after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Got
So
it.
you don't have to
Got it.
decide to roll it immediately. Like if you rolled a 20, you wouldn't necessarily want to burn your inspiration.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll to attack
Okay.
at disadvantage.
Why
Because
disadvantage?
we're exhausted.
Dark.
No, that's just on
That's
your
just on.
saving throws.
Okay. Oh,
And
the
exhausted is-
disadvantage to attack was the frightened condition. That's what it
Right.
was. But I'm not frightened anymore. Suck it. All right. That is an 18 plus 3.
Nice.
That
So-
will certainly hit.
Or 4. I have a plus 4. My bad. Okay, so we're gonna do 1d8 plus 2 here. 3, so that's 5 bludgeoning damage.
How much?
Uh,
5?
5.
Okay.
Does it do as much damage as I would imagine it would?
It does. Yep. What does it look like as Ellie rushes towards this thing to save the beleaguered Quinn?
Okay, so I'm imagining, honestly, I'm imagining like a fucked up hyena, like shaped, like a human that is morphed into the shape of a hyena, like with mange. And so I'm imagining it on kind of all fours over Quinn, facing away from me. So I'm gonna run up. Ellie's gonna run up and just hammer down right on its right hind leg, like, and to like, obviously I can't say I'm gonna disable it or like cut off, like chop off a leg or something, but just and smash as many bones as possible.
Okay. Yeah, you swing your hammer at its leg. It impacts, and it certainly feels it.
Sweet.
Still,
Okay.
Still up, however.
Yes. And I'm going to kind of taunt it by going back a little bit, trying to egg on, like an opportunity attack from it.
You're trying to provoke an opportunity attack from it?
By moving backwards towards my group, but facing it.
So you smack it in the leg, and do you say something to it, or?
I'm just yelling, ha! Okay. And then I kind of jump back.
Yeah, cool. And it slashes back towards you, and that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Misses.
All right. Okay, Quinn.
Does she get sneak attack now because it's focusing on me?
She would get sneak attack because it's adjacent to you.
Oh, perfect.
So, and it's right close, right? I can use my dagger.
Oh yeah, it is right. Well, you don't have your dagger. You threw it.
Doesn't it appear in her hand?
When does it come back to me?
Not when you will it.
Mm.
It's not a conscious willing it to come back to you thing. It just, yeah. You threw it, you can see it. Well, you can't see it right now, but you don't have it on you. Yeah.
All right, I will use my short sword.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, 18 to hit.
18 certainly hits.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3 plus 2. Okay, give me a second. You said I could use sneak attack?
You can use sneak attack because Ellie is right next to it.
Okay.
Is the sister still there too?
18 total.
What sister? Sorry.
Caverns Fall.
18 total. Wow.
Sister Caverns Fall.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's there.
We should probably put her in.
I actually completely forgot about her. Thank you for reminding me.
She's holding on to Cole. She's making sure that Cole stays safe.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to jump in case we fuck this all up.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Well, she rolled really low anyway. Okay.
Perfect.
18 damage. Jeez, that's insane.
Dang, that's so much.
I
Good
know.
job.
That's a whopping 3d6 plus 2.
Woo!
Tiny,
Excellent.
but fierce.
Okay. Wow, that was crazy. So
Luna's proud of you.
Quinn, way down close to the ground, pulls out her short sword and shoves it up almost at like ass level to this thing, quite literally tearing this creature a new asshole. Yeah, and as you pierce its flesh, like the putrid ichor, the rotten like the bile fluids kind of like flow down your blade and onto your arm, and it kind of makes you kind of dry heave a little bit as the smell starts to overpower you. Anything else?
Sorry, let me Let me see what my no. Yes, can I disengage and move out from the corner of this doorway?
I believe rogues can disengage as a bonus action.
Yeah. So do I have to choose to disengage or to move?
Nope, you can do both.
Okay.
In fact, it's generally assumed that disengage includes moving away.
Okay. I would like to do that.
Okay, and where are you moving to?
So I imagined.
Sorry, I do actually have a photo of this. I'll see if I can get you guys. Maybe I'll post it in Discord, but go ahead. Don't let me stop you.
Okay, so I imagined we opened the right side of the door and that I was in the corner of the left side of the door that's closed. So to move, I don't know if I'm walking down steps or, but I want to move diagonally back to the right side and not far, but probably 20 feet away from the doorway.
Okay, great.
Kind of back with the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Mhm. Awesome. And you do that.
Cool beans.
Madly, do you wish to use your held action before your turn?
No.
Okay.
Because, well, did I say what it was going to be? Because he's not really close enough and she's not running up towards it because she's still frightened. Because I'm not within striking distance, right?
Okay.
I mean, I could cast a spell if you would let me.
So yeah, the thing about held actions is
you're supposed to say what it is, and I didn't.
Well, because you didn't say it was a spell, I'm assuming that it was going to be a strike with your hammer, considering you had your hammer in your hand.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was planning anyway. But I was trying to be sneaky. So no, yeah. Pass.
I'm immune to sneakies.
Lies were told. I've been sneaky with you before. Usually I'm not overt with it. Like, hey Z, could I do this? Very subtle.
Okay, so I just posted the map in Discord.
How's it looking after all these hits we've given it?
It's hard to say.
Okay.
Because it was already covered in blood and bile and just general grossness. Now it has more. Yeah. It's really hard to gauge, like if you smack a zombie 1,000 times, like what is the difference
Still
between
dead. Right.
right, yeah. Granted, this isn't a zombie, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, you guys can see what I posted, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, so you guys are at that southwest door there.
So everything on the top of the map we haven't seen yet.
Correct.
Cool.
Well, you can see it from a distance.
We can see a graveyard.
It's not so much a graveyard, but we'll deal with that after.
I mean, the series of graves.
We'll deal with it after. It'll be all good.
It will not be all good.
Everything's
you
fine.
You can probably see, like, off in the distance, you can probably see headstones, but it doesn't look like a graveyard. It's more like headstones were placed like in the town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Mavly, go ahead and take your turn.
with Quinn dancing back into the group, she's gonna, keep her warhammer in one hand and place a hand on Quinn's shoulder and say, "God, tiny but fierce," and cast heroism.
Oh, nice.
Heck yeah.
So you are imbued with bravery. You are immune to being frightened, and you gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which is +4 at the start of each of your turns.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great.
And then I will shout to Nona, "You are an inspiring badass, and I love you so much. And maybe I should have taken you up on that whole combat training thing." And you're still inspired. I forgot you hadn't used it yet. That's all good though.
Okay. Don't waste your spell slots.
Oh, the Bardic Inspiration is a cantrip.
Oh, perfect. I'm doubly inspired, but I'm just gonna have to use both of them at the same time.
You can only be inspired once. I just forgot. I'm a bad person.
Yeah, I was trying to flavor it where it wasn't.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Use it all. Use it double. We're gonna double the dice for you because it's extra special. Super
Excellent.
strong inspiration.
Yeah, I think Sulan is going to hurry forward and try to help out excuse me, Ellie, and smack it with her sorry, something
You
in my
need a
throat.
drink, Z?
I have one. Actually, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna mother you. Take a drink,
Right?
clear your throat, make sure you're okay.
Make sure you're okay.
You need a mint.
Someone.
Need a minute.
Okay. She is going to attack with her spear. So I will roll that here. That will hit. And I think that would be one-handed. So she does 7 points of damage. As she
Hey.
rushes forward and thrusts her spear into it, like Spartan style, right? She's holding her spear up and thrusting it over the edge of her shield. Okay. And then Sister Cavern's Fall will also rush forward and attack it with her hammer. Actually, I don't think there's enough room.
Somebody has to hold Cole.
Yeah, so Sister Cavern's Fall will hang back and hold Cole.
She could also try to pawn Cole off to someone else.
No, it's all right. She'll hang on. And then the creature. Who is it going to attack? I think it's angry at. Well, Ellie hit its leg, but then Quinn eviscerated it. So.
Right, but it's still facing me. It would have to turn all the way around to hit Quinn.
I think it's going to try to hit both of you. I think with one swipe, it's going to hit Ellie, and the other, it's going to hit Quinn. So the first one, since it's facing Ellie currently, it's going to swipe at her. And that is a 6 plus 5 is 11.
Miss.
And an 8 plus 5 is also really ass low. That's a 13. Will a 13 hit you,
For
Quinn?
me,
Yeah.
I think so. I think my AC is 13.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, look at that. Okay. So I would like you to make a Constitution save, and you take 6 points of piercing damage as its claws, it swipes down towards you as you're withdrawing your short sword, getting ready for another strike, and it rakes its claws across your arm.
Even I moved away.
Sorry?
Yeah, Quinn had moved back because she's within touching distance of me.
Sorry, that's right. So the other attack would have been against Ellie, and that would have missed.
And I would have missed.
So yeah, sorry, I forgot you moved away.
I also forgot.
Yeah, okay. So again, your shield manages to deflect both of those blows, and again, clawing futilely against your steel shield.
Ugh. Sweat's dripping into her eyes. Hmm.
I'm gonna look at Quinn and go, I should have brought a shield.
All right, Ellie.
All right. So, I'm just going to try to keep its attention away from everyone else, I think. So, I'm going to hit it again
Okay.
with my hammer. But this time I'm aiming for the face. 13 to hit.
13 just hits.
Okay. 1d8 plus 2. 2. So that's 4 bludgeoning damage right in the kisser.
Okay. 4 bludgeoning damage right in the kisser. You swing your hammer around and it cracks it right across the face. A few jagged teeth fly out of its mouth, and it turns to look at you, and its yellow eyes narrowing as it snarls, getting ready to attempt to tear you asunder.
And I wanna try and taunt it with words this time, and I'd be like, "You can't get at me. Illmater protects me. You're weak. You're evil. You're ugly, and you're all mine." And that's all. The next one.
Awesome. Quinn.
All right. So from where I'm at, I would like to use my crossbow
Okay.
to shoot at it. So that's come on. Sweet. 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And would this, because he's engaged with Nona, be a sneak attack as well?
Yes, you do get sneak attack for this.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 plus 2. 10, 11 damage.
11 damage. Ellie, or sorry, not Ellie, Quinn, could you describe to us how Quinn myrtleates this thing?
Myrtlate.
Hey, let's go! Tiny but mighty.
So from her distance, she sees that she just narrowly missed a hit, but she also sees that Nona just narrowly missed a few hits, and she got him right in the face. And just to make that hit more powerful, she wants to use her crossbow to get him right in the face too. From that distance, and
Awesome.
tiny but the ears, and shoots.
Outstanding. Yeah, and with that, the bolt from Quinn's crossbow strikes it right square in its yellow eye, and you see it reacts in such a way that you think that it's about to lunge again to attack, but as it does, it goes to take a step towards Ellie, and its legs kind of buckle beneath it, and then it collapses onto the ground.
Good job. Good job.
We are the champions.
Make a perception check, please, everybody.
Everybody
Again at disadvantage.
at disadvantage. Is Mavly not frightened anymore now because it's dead?
Yeah. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong one.
And disadvantage. That's a 5. Whoops. That's a 1. It's plus me. So, let's see.
I thought I was good at seeing. I got a 1.
16.
11.
Okay. With a 16, and I'll roll for Sulan, why not? Okay. With a 16, I think as the din of battle starts to die down, and all movement now has ceased from this creature, and you're still at that state of heightened senses, the adrenaline still pumping through your veins. You can still hear your heartbeat kind of pound in your ears. And you do hear this kind of thumping. And only after a few moments do you realize that the thumping isn't the sound of your heartbeat rushing in your ears, but rather there's a thumping and a scratching coming from inside the inn.
Oh no. Does it sound like it's coming from directly inside the inn or further down? Like, does it sound like something's happening on the other side of the wall, like right next to the door?
No, further in. Yeah.
Further.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Like maybe it's in one of the rooms, hard to tell.
Got it. You all hear that?
I don't hear anything.
There's something else in there. I look at Cole. So this is safe, huh?
Safer than the woods.
You want to fight the next one?
I did not want to come here. It was your choice.
What are these things?
How should I know?
They look like something perhaps your god might have created.
My God wishes to remove sin from this world. These creatures are undeath.
Well, I say one option is we barricade ourselves in the front room. What do you all think?
You mean to say you want to go back inside and trap ourselves with that noise?
Well, we would trap the noise inside. We would be in the next room out.
We could look at the other buildings.
It's too dark. We've cleared out this one room.
I can see in the dark okay. Quinn will come with me.
You
Mind you,
here.
dark vision is fairly limited. It doesn't give you.
Yeah,
like,
we're not like NVGing, you know.
Right. Well, it's even worse than that. You don't see in color. Everything's shades of gray, and it's considered to be low light vision. So you're still considered to be in dim light.
Mm-hmm.
Like your vision is as if you were in dim light. So your vision is somewhat impaired. Dark vision is not like I can see in the dark.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was intending to imply at all. I just
Right.
don't want to stay in the inn and there's other buildings, that's
Yeah.
still an option. I'm gonna say whatever I gotta say to.
Mhm.
Look, we
Pick up-
already know. I'm sorry, Quinn. Go right ahead.
You're gonna say, sorry, whatever you want to go somewhere else. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what Mavely is not gonna stay in that inn.
You would rather seek another unknown than stay in this room that we already cleared?
What's to say that those creatures won't come back in the middle of the day or the night or whenever and do this again, have another dance?
Well,
Would you want to be sleeping when these creatures do that?
they didn't physically harm us. It was only that thing.
Oh, yeah, that just sent Quinn retching outdoors. That's a great way to rest.
I mean, I don't think any of us are going to get restful sleep anywhere here.
Hmm?
Might as well be under a roof that we've cleared.
We can take 10 minutes to clear another building.
You want to clear another building?
You can stay here with Cole, chat with him about his deity. Compare notes.
I'm not letting you guys out of my sight. So, if you refuse to stay here, we keep on. But the longer we take to find a place, the worse we'll feel in the morning.
In a lot of ways, Ellie, I respect you. And in this, insisting on staying in an inn that's obviously haunted and there's sounds that you hear inside of it, rather than checking another smaller, more defensible building with fewer rooms, I'm beginning to question your sanity.
I feel like we should all question our own sanity.
Different building, not one with ghosts and things that have leapt out and attacked us.
Lead the way.
We had seen smaller buildings off to a small one-story elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a map.
To the left is a smaller building. And the tracks actually pass between the inn and that building.
I mean, we could potentially just Sister Caverns Fall. Could you ask for divine assistance and try to cleanse some of this ground, and we could just stay out here?
I don't think I have the power to cleanse this type of unhallowed ground.
It's very powerfully unhallowed.
I think even with all three of us, we wouldn't be able to sufficiently hollow it.
Let's check the building to the left.
All right.
Okay. So you pass between the building, or you go, yeah, because the entrance.
When you say left, do you mean the left on the map?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a direct. Is there an actual path there? Looks like it's kind of covered by debris.
It is covered with debris, but the path, the tracks lead past there.
Since the
Okay,
tracks
so
go
it's-
that way anyway.
So we can still just, the debris isn't so high that we can't get over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there definitely was a path there, which has since been covered. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So you want to go around to that building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me find this real quick.
I don't want to go back in the inn. It's scary.
Everything's scary.
So as you move along that path, you notice it does open up into what looks like it would have been the town square, like a meeting place or a market. It has, however, long since been converted into a large graveyard. It contains a cart filled with rotting corpses, as well as a one particularly large headstone, which has been defaced and is stained with a dark liquid. You do see some text on there.
Does the stone itself look about as old as the town?
About as old as
The town?
No, newer, more recent.
Like, I have the stone knowledge too. So could I be like, does it look as new? Does it look very recent, or like
Sure, make a history check.
at
with-
advantage?
Just normal because you're exalted.
Oh, right. Yeah. 13 plus 1. 14.
14. Yeah, you can see that moving towards the larger headstone, it is definitely of newer construction than the town. Most certainly. Significantly newer. It looks of shoddier craftsmanship. It's not Elven. It looks like kind of maybe hastily made. Originally, a lot of care, it looks like, was put into the engraving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's pretty faded and it's hard to read.
All right. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to read it. It's probably just going to be depressing anyway.
We can check it in the morning.
Yeah.
Or the afternoon after we sleep, hopefully.
Either way, we should probably have watches.
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check.
Ooh. All of us?
And-
What
Everyone.
each wants to, yeah.
Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That's
19 at disadvantage.
11.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
Okay.
On rolls that don't matter. Okay.
You notice Mavli notices that the corpses in the cart, they appear to be moving ever so slightly.
Nice.
I'm gonna reach out and kind of tug on Ellie's sleeve and kind of tap at Quinn. It's been a day. It's do you see that? And I'm gonna point to the cart.
Do I see it moving?
Yeah. Once she points it out to you, you see it.
We need to leave. We need to get back. If these things come up and attack us, we can't fight all of them.
Do you want to try and run across into the new building, or do you want to go back into the inn?
You know my answer, Mavli.
Oh, I'll train across. I'm not staying in the inn.
Do we notice how many corpses are moving?
Are they moving? Is
They're just
is it
like-
like a twitching thing?
Would you like to look more closely?
Not if I have to move closer.
Well, I mean, if you want to investigate more closely, you're going to have to move it a little bit closer.
Noticing where she's at, we're all moving together, right? I'm going to turn back and grab the torch that Sulan has.
Mhm.
And I'm going to pull another torch out of my pack and light a new one and throw it at the corpses.
Okay, cool. As you throw the corpse at the cart, and as you do, it impacts with some of the bodies. Nothing here is flammable, but what it does do is it like peels back some of the decaying, putrefying flesh, and you kind of like lean forward and squint a little bit to try to get a better view. It is dark. And so you're relying on your dark vision here, so there's not any color perception or anything like that. But you do see that it appears that what's making these corpses move is actually the multitude of writhing maggots, centipedes, earwigs, all gorging themselves on this sticky, rotten flesh. The bodies themselves, they look to have been dead for over a month, and they smell absolutely rancid. In fact, I think with throwing the fire on there and illuminating this whole situation, I would like all of you to make a sanity saving throw.
$18.
Ooh. 17.
Go dwarves.
Hey.
17 and 18, and we'll get Quinn to make one when she gets back. And I will make one for Sulan. Rolled a nat 20.
Oh, she's beast.
And
Sulan, nothing phases Sulan. She's like, we're just gonna go get these kids and I'm going home.
Yeah.
Y'all.
She's
As long as I
just
don't have to
good.
see myself hanging, I'm good.
She's that stoic warrior that is like the obelisk that everybody leans on. Okay. So don't let me forget to have Quinn make that roll. Glancing around at the area now that you've kind of illuminated it with the torch, you notice that some of the graves in the area appear to have been disturbed recently, or more optimistically, were made ready for use. That is, holes were dug, and it looks as if some casks were going to be put into them. You do see, huh?
I was just gonna ask if there was like, when you say recent, you mean it still looks like fresh tilled dirt, or is it like, okay,
Yes.
so there's nothing growing on the piles of dirt.
Right. Yeah. You do see a shovel leaning against a wooden coffin located next to a particularly deep hole. It's up to you whether you want to investigate that.
I think that's a daytime excursion.
I'm not looking in there.
Look, just
I'm trying
bugs.
to-
Totally just bugs. Really gross and disgusting bugs. Onward.
Yeah, I apologize for my hysteria a moment ago.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions
Ooh,
on Nona.
Okay.
thank you.
This is unlike her. I look, I can't rely on the dwarf eating satyr to be my only stalwart companion.
The dwarf eating? Hey, since when does she eat dwarves?
Her whole kind started that way. I might be a little racist.
I missed that part.
Oh yeah, you definitely would have heard stories about her people long ago used to hunt the small folk for sport.
Oh,
And there's stories that some of them still do, but
right.
they were like hunted down, and eventually some of them became I guess you, for lack of a better
Civilized.
word, domesticated.
Yeah.
And they kind of
Domesticated.
joined with
Oh, Sulana would love that.
yeah,
Domesticated.
but they kind of joined with human society and tried to mix in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's kind of like the explanation for satyrs in this world.
Gotcha.
They're not called satyrs, they're called leshy.
Which is funny because Leshy and Pathfinder are completely different animals.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Okay.
so what does calm emotions do?
We're I'm suppressing strong emotions. If you want, you can make a charisma saving throw to fight it. You can choose to fail it if you wish. And I can make the target indifferent about creatures of my choice that it is hostile towards, or suppress effects causing a target to be frightened.
Cool. No, Nona would love that. Does she know? Are you going to tell her you're casting it, or are you making it obvious that you're casting it?
I'm making it kind of obvious. Let me see how
What does it look like? Yeah, what does it look like when
Yeah,
cast this?
working on it. So as soon as Nona starts to apologize, like I apologize for my hysteria a moment ago, or however you phrased it,
Yeah.
Mavli kind of turns and she's going to kind of put her hand on Nona's shoulder and just rub on her shoulder a little bit. And say, I know that this is a really difficult time for you. And her voice kind of takes on kind of like a little bit of a different cadence. And this is very unusual. There's so much that you're dealing with and so many things that you're responsible for. And I really think that if you would just focus on the next moment, the next moment, the next moment, we'll make it through this. And she's just kind of keep with slightly unusual emphasis as she's talking, and you're walking across the graveyard because you really don't want to stay near the inn, you guys.
All right. Can I get like a subtraction of like 1 sanity point for this?
No.
Oh,
I feel like this falls under the category of having a meaningful discussion with a sentient being.
Albeit a one-sided one.
I can keep talking.
You know what?
She feels cared for. She feels loved and appreciated.
Yeah, I'll allow you to recover 1 sanity point.
Woo!
Let me mark that off here.
Thanks, Mavli.
Support roll for the win.
Okay.
I know it's been hard. I know there's a lot going on.
I mean, you too.
I know that you're convinced that we're not recovering anything but bodies right now. But I need you to just hold on to hope. Just for a little bit longer.
I'll do my best.
You always do.
So do you.
Debatable.
Okay. I assume you move around to check that building immediately to the left.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So in that building is what appears to be this green kind of ichor that extends into these long oozing pools down the side of the building and kind of coagulate a little down at the bottom. And the building itself is only large enough to house maybe 2 dwarves or so. It's not very large. It's more like an antechamber kind of thing, but like a storage.
So we obviously the whole party couldn't fit in there comfortably, but could the whole party fit in there uncomfortably?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just clearly not big enough.
Clearly not big enough. Yeah.
What about? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask about the one on the other side. Is that the same?
The one on the other side does not really have much of a respectable roof, and is kind of even smaller. There's really not much space in these.
Mm-hmm.
The best bet would be the one that you were at initially, the one immediately to the left, and trying to maybe clean out some space. But as it stands right now, there definitely is not space.
I turned to Mavely. Surprisingly, these looked bigger from further away.
They definitely did.
Do you want to try to clear out some space?
Well, we can try to clear out space, or we could try to clear out the inn. Which do you think will take less time and effort?
Can I see inside of the building at all? The non-inn building? The one on the left? Is there anything? Does it look like there could be places for creatures to hide in there?
So aside from miscellaneous debris and like ash and piles of stuff, including a few putrefying corpses, there is that kind of greenish ichor along the walls. Aside from that, that's
all there is.
I
don't know if I really trust this ichor.
Can I cast prestidigitation on the ichor and see if it goes away?
Sure.
Just press your cares away.
Prestidigitation cleans 1 square foot.
Yeah.
At a
I
time.
just want to see if it affects it or if it makes it do something.
It does. It makes it go away.
Okay.
It doesn't make anything angry.
Like that was
maybe, but not that you know of.
So Mavely's gonna reach out and kind of hold her hand just a little distance away and kind of mutter, gosh, I hope that this doesn't actually offend anyone or anything. And I just want to see, and she kind of waves her hand a little bit in front of it, and the ooze in just that tiny little area clears out and nothing seems to happen.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I notice anything got angry?
Sure. Yeah.
If there's anything moving inside. That would be a 13. Not the 13.
You don't notice anything.
All right. Well, we do know that there's something in the inn.
So something left the ooze here, but
I mean, there are also corpses inside.
And there's blood on the ground.
And there's blood everywhere.
What did Juliana say in chat? I can't read it.
The cat sitter came over for guidelines.
Okay.
So she has to give the cat sitter a little tour.
Verb.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Look, I know you're really uncomfortable in the inn. I do feel safer inside of stone walls instead of this.
You're
However,
very dwarvish.
You're a dwarf.
But you're a typical one.
What can I say? But we have seen or heard movement in there. We have not seen or heard movement in this. So we can try this.
Okay. I'm going to trust your judgment and I appreciate that you're trusting mine. It'll be fine. Sister, what do you think?
You glance over to Sister Cavern's Fall, and she's actually kneeling down in front of the large headstone, and it looks like she's wiping stuff off, trying to read it.
Oh, Sister Cavern's Fall. Maybe we shouldn't mess with that right now.
Oh, don't worry, it's all right. It's just a headstone.
Everything is just something here. Come help us.
I don't know this language. Does anybody speak this?
Well, now you've got me curious. Let me see what it looks like. Well, I speak. What's the other language I speak? No, I wouldn't know this. Because I only speak Common and Dwarvish.
Would I
excuse me.
recognize it from anything that I've carved or seen or dealt with?
Sure. Make either a history check or an arcana check, up to you.
Is it a disadvantage, right?
That's correct.
15.
Okay, 15. You've seen this before. It looks like infernal.
Oh yeah. None of us know
That is
Infernal.
that looks like infernal. Does Sulan know infernal?
Sulan does
No.
not know infernal.
Bummerlicious.
I think the last time you encountered infernal, it was Quinn who like kind of eked out a rudimentary understanding of it, but she definitely does not also speak infernal.
Right.
So as Mavely walks up, oh, that looks like infernal. That is. Maybe we should stop messing with that.
Cole
Okay.
speaks up. He says, "Would you like me to translate it for you?"
Oh dear God, this man.
No. In fact, I feel like speaking it out loud would be not a good idea at this time. But thank you, Cole. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Sister Cavern's Fall says, "Oh, what could it hurt? As long as he doesn't recite it in infernal, he could translate it for us."
She has a point.
If you want to tempt the gods, I just
I'll
don't
leave it
think
up
it's
to you guys, though.
Can we not find out tomorrow? I feel like we have a lot of work to do.
Well, it may be good to know tonight before we sleep. I don't know. What? I'll rock, paper, scissors for you.
I don't do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Benefits to knowing what it says before dawn.
It alerts us to dangers. That's it.
Benefits to finding out after dawn.
We don't have to worry about it, and we can sleep a little bit
Pretty sure
lighter.
I don't worry about it anyway because I know it's there now.
Well, stop worrying about it. As someone who also can just that's so funny because you can't stop worrying about it. But Nona has a strong will and can, so you're welcome.
Oh, what's it say?
He grins and he reads it, and you can hear him muttering under his breath. And then he looks up to you, Mavly, and then to Sister Cavern's Fall with a grin, and he says, "You want me to translate it into common?"
Well, if you could translate it into Dwarvish, that'd be great.
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Then maybe common, Cole.
It says, "He tastes your scent. He waits for you. Do you seek him?"
Cole, who do you think wrote that?
Clearly, this is done perhaps by my master.
Oh,
What does it say again, Cole?
He tastes your scent. He waits for you. Do you seek him?
I feel like Quinn would totally be like, yeah, I definitely do.
are you satisfied?
Sister Cavern's Fall like claps her knees and says, "Well, that was useless."
And yet we are still grateful for the help of our friend Cole.
He grins and says, "Does that mean you're going to take off my bonds now?
No.
Perhaps
You know,
not.
I can't really sleep like this."
Oh.
I mean, I can sleep with my hands bound.
Heyo.
Heyo!
Cole, you didn't use the safe word. Sorry.
And here I thought you were heroes.
What gave you that fucking impression?
Perhaps in the morning. But give him more water. Quinn.
I think Sulan would give him water.
Okay, thank you, Zula.
Okay.
Now I'd like to manifest a broom out of nowhere and just squeegee everything off of the floor.
There is a shovel
do that.
nearby.
I don't want to touch that shovel. That shovel is cursed. No one touched the shovel.
Okay.
What did you say, Mavly?
I definitely do that. I create a broom.
You can create a broom?
I can create a broom. But I want to do it kind of on the sly. Like I'm gonna walk in and kind of be in the corner, and I'm going to create. Oh, look! I found a broom.
Nice.
Start swooping it.
Wow.
Is she doing
Good
it
eye.
like ironically, or is this like actually attempted deception?
And I will make an attempt at deception because of the whole magic thing within this world. I don't
Yeah.
want to seem like
I'm
a-
suspending my disbelief, and I am too tired to try and figure out if she's actually found a
I got
broom or
a
if she's-
17 at disadvantage.
Oh wow.
Good job. All right, no one knows. I'm not rolling.
I rolled
for
a
that.
19 and a 14.
Good job.
These dice are great.
Don't jinx it.
Let's see.
Too late.
What was your roll?
I rolled a 14 and a 19.
So,
A
but
19.
total was 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I have a +3.
Yeah. As you say that, you glance at Sulan and she's kind of smirking at you knowingly.
Mm.
She rolled
I give her a wink.
She rolled an 18 at disadvantage.
Wow.
Suhan, always with the sneakies, but I definitely will wink at her.
Yeah.
Don't say anything.
Okay. So I assume you're gonna spend the next hour or so cleaning this place out to make it
I wouldn't
somewhat-
even take that long.
I think the
maybe-
most amount of space that, well, to get rid of the green stuff will probably take less time. But in terms of making space for more than 2 people, I think the most that you're gonna get is like space for 4 people.
Well, let's see. So we have what? The 4 of us, Sister and Cole.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have 2 on watch at all times and 4 sleeping.
Except Cole's not going to be on watch.
Somebody will have to be up with Cole anyway, so he can watch with one person.
All right.
Maybe Sister, you could watch with Cole since you're probably not exhausted.
Oh,
Or
actually.
As
Oh,
exhausted.
oh, she's exhausted.
Never mind.
Everyone's exhausted.
How many levels of exhaustion does Cole have?
A bazillion.
You
Asking for-
know that. That's a mechanical question, and you don't have that knowledge.
I just thought it would be fun to know, just for fun. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that is for me to know.
all right. Well,
Well, let's set up a watch schedule. Nona, I don't think you and I should be on the same rotation.
all right.
Actually, man, I don't want to do this already. Ugh.
All right. Well,
I have a thing. Nona, I need your input. I have a thing.
what is your thing?
It's been in my family for a really long time, and I don't know if I necessarily want to use it, but I brought it and I thought that it might be helpful. And Mavly digs into her pouch and she pulls out this thick blue candle, and it's inlaid with small metal charms. I can burn this, and as long as we stay in this small building within 30 feet, if we stay for 4 hours, we gain the benefit of a long rest.
Oh,
Or I can save it and we can do little bits at a time, and we can use it for shorter rest periods in case things happen later. But I'm so tired and this place is so awful and we need to move quickly.
in my experience, saving things.
It's an heirloom candle. It's been in my family for they've saved it for so long, but the children, okay, we'll use it.
Saving things often mean you don't use it. So, does it only work once for 4 hours?
Once for 4 hours and then it's done.
And then it's done. I'd say we use it. Is that all right?
Well, I brought it along just in case.
And
Looks like it's in case.
save from everything or save from specific things?
Let's see.
Do we still need
We'll be
save?
able to
so
use
save,
it once and we'll still need to have somebody on watch
We still need to watch.
because it doesn't create like a zone of safety or anything. It just allows us to rest.
I see.
Yeah.
So how would that work? See, if we do have people on watch and it only lasts 4 hours, would we have to pick and choose who stays exhausted?
Essentially, if you have watches for 4 hours, then yes, somebody would miss out. But if you did like 2 hours and 2 hours, then
Could we do like one?
1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour.
yeah, I think if everybody's asleep, then it would rest you in 4 hours. But I think if you're on watch, so long as you're not doing like vigorous activity, it would
Yeah.
count.
Okay, it doesn't say you actually have to be sleeping. It says performs no strenuous activity. So we could
Correct.
we could
So
Oh.
short watch.
being on watch, so long as you're not, doing anything strenuous, would be fine.
Oh, I see. So it isn't a safety thing.
It would
It's
just
a
allow us
restful
Yeah.
thing.
a restful thing.
I feel like maybe that changes things.
But I think that would allow us to get the most benefit and to move after the children the fastest.
I agree. But something tells me that this is probably the calmest it's going to be for a while.
But I don't think that we'll rest well here if we don't use it.
Hey Z,
Mhm.
so the mechanics are only if we get good rest, we lose our point of exhaustion. So if we don't get good rest, then we don't lose the point of exhaustion.
If you do not get good rest, you do not benefit from a long rest.
Okay.
In order to get rid of the point of exhaustion, you must complete a long rest.
So do I have good reason to believe that we can't get good rest here?
Make a survival check.
All right. I'm going to also ask that of everyone else.
Remember,
All right,
you are
guys, I'm
still
back.
inspired.
I am still
I would
inspired.
give you advantage on that roll, which will make it a normal roll.
All right. Oh, that's a 15 plus 2, so that's a 17.
Okay,
Do I-
that's a pretty good roll.
Yeah? Okay.
Horrifying smell and just terrible ambiance aside, nothing. It's not like a defining feature of unhallowed ground that you can't rest there.
Okay. So if our luck holds, we could technically get by without the candle this tonight.
So the next question would be,
Or let him. Could you confirm what I just said? See, if our luck holds.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that.
Okay, so the 17 wasn't high enough to confirm or deny that.
Right.
Okay. Sorry,
So
go ahead.
far as you know, there's nothing immediately that, based on your environment,
Mhm.
that would prevent you from getting restful sleep.
I guess the other thing is dreams. This
So
place feels like it's going to give us all nightmares.
we wouldn't actually have to sleep at all to benefit from resting with this candle.
you do still need to sleep. What the candle does is it shortens your rest, so you don't have to be sleeping the whole time, but you do need to sleep an amount.
So here's the question. Do we take advantage of it to hurry to try to get to the children before the sacrifice? Oh, good
see.
timing.
Hey,
It's okay.
okay.
So welcome back. Catch up.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're totally good. We cleaned out a small building and we are debating the use of a candle of resting, which if we use the whole thing, it would allow us to get a long rest in 4 hours.
Wow.
The current concern is that if we use it now, we're kind of in trouble because
Like,
we will probably
later.
need it later. But do we use it in Creepy Town and try to get out of here quickly and find the kids, or? And that's where we're at. So Quinn can chime in at any point.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh.
So, yeah. Do we want to use all our eggs in one basket and then have no more luck moving forward, or, no assumed luck?
Is there any condition to using the candle? Like we could technically get good rest sitting in a bog, or something.
No. To clarify, what the candle does is it shortens the amount of time that it takes to take a long rest, which still does require actual sleep.
Mhm.
The condition about it not having to sleep is for the short rests.
Mhm.
So like you don't have to sleep during a short rest to gain the benefit of the candle. So it can be used whether you're sleeping or not.
Mhm.
It just shortens the duration of a long rest, and if you use it for a short rest, it increases the amount of healing that you get.
Got it.
And that's all it does.
I just know we can't press forward without rest.
I agree. I don't want to have to make this decision again, so I feel like we should just use it.
Could use it or lose it situation, kids.
I mean, it's been a really, really long 30 hours. We could use a long rest and, maybe afterwards, if we need to pursue for 30 more hours, we can do it.
But we can
Not
only
very
use it
well.
one time. We can only use it one time.
But we've already learned that we can press for 30 hours and have multiple battles. Look at us go.
That's true.
Yeah.
But this is such a pertinent moment that we need a rest to find the kids, right?
I say we use it.
Second.
I'm gonna light the candle.
Okay. You light
Do
the
we need to
candle.
watch? Do we need to have watch still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now this is really like Encanto. With
So
the
you light the
candle.
candle,
Oh,
and even though the surrounding air is hot and oppressive, and the stench of decaying bodies permeates all around you, you do get that healing, restful overtone from the candle as the magic kind of fills you. So in terms of actually doing the rest, how are you going to manage that logistically?
How long is this rest going to be? This is only a 4-hour rest?
4 hours.
Okay, so
There's 6 of us.
Oh.
But Cole doesn't count. So we could do 1 hour each. For the main party members.
yeah, sure. And we each stay up with Cole.
And we could have sister sit with Cole and, you know, give him some food and water and let him actually have rest for the first time in several days.
Okay.
Alternatively, we try to work it out so that there's 2 people per watch. But I think with all of us so close, 1 is fine.
Okay. So who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
All right. So should I assume that the people who are sleeping are in the building and the people who
Yeah.
are not?
Everybody who is resting does need to try to stay within 30 feet of the candle. So we'd probably have it kind of towards the front of the building. So the person standing outside on watch could still benefit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just pull something up real quick. I thought I printed this out, but apparently not.
Is it an encounter table?
No,
Dislike.
it's a long rest table.
Oh, cool. I've never heard of that.
It's for this.
It's probably worse than an encounter table.
Probably.
Here we go. Yeah, so the rules for camping are a little bit different in this. Okay, so at the beginning of your long rest, everybody consumes 1 ration.
Right.
So mark off 1 ration from your character sheets.
Done.
I only have 1 left.
Okay. So before we go into this, when the people who are sleeping, are you sleeping in your armor or out of your armor?
I think this would be the time to sleep in your armor because we have the candle.
What the hell kind of armor do I even really have?
What?
So
Benef-
for the record, if you sleep in your armor, if you have medium or heavy armor, you cannot gain the benefits of a long rest.
Even though we have the
Oh.
candle doesn't counteract it.
It does not.
I feel like it
Okay.
should.
I'm telling you it doesn't.
I know.
I have light armor, Z.
Yep, light armor is fine. But if you're in medium or heavy armor, you either need to take it off
Or
not benefit from the
not.
long rest.
Yeah.
Where do I find my armor?
Inventory.
Yes, it is in your inventory.
Equipment.
Or you can say, hey Z, I don't know if my armor is light, medium, or heavy, and I will tell you.
Could you please? I'm not seeing it, sorry.
Yeah. You are wearing leather armor, which is light.
Okay.
Quinn and I are
Okay.
assed out. Safe and cozy and armor. Totally fine.
Okay, so
Come on, snuggle buddy.
Ellie, are you taking your armor off?
Not while I'm on watch.
Okay, so you're going to keep it on during your watch and then remove it.
Does that mean I can't take? Does because I figured it was just sleeping. Do I have to take it off while I'm awake and up and about?
No.
to.
No,
Okay.
while you're on watch, you can wear your armor.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Then I will take it off when I go to sleep.
It's just sleeping. Yeah.
What about the sister?
Yeah, she's going to
Travis Vengroff.
sleep. Yeah. So she's gonna take her armor off.
All right. But we already did. Well, I guess it's my job then to feed Cole and give him some water.
Did sister have any extra rations with her?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because she did say that she packed up as much as she could carry.
Yeah, actually, she did in fact bring with her a basket of cashews and elderberries, and there's enough of them there to equal 1 day's rations for the whole group.
Oh wow. That's a lot of cashews and elderberries.
That's the extra supplies that she brought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I give him just
Yeah.
some of it?
Yeah, you can give Cole some of your food.
While she's on watch, I definitely would have, because he has to lead us the rest of the way, but I won't give him a whole ton because he's been starving for 2 days and I don't want him to barf everywhere. And I've already given him some crackers.
Yeah, I mean, going 2 days without food is not a really big deal. Your stomach will hurt, but it's not like life-threatening at all.
It'd be life-threatening to me.
I would die on the outside.
No, I can't go. I like my blood sugar crashing. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so what order are you gonna do watch? Ellie first.
Ellie,
I'll go
And then-
second. Actually, no, I'll take last.
Take 3.
Okay, so we'll say Salon takes 2.
Want to watch the last of the candle burn out a little bit? Okay, I don't want to see the end.
Okay. Ellie, what are you doing while you're on watch?
am I able to walk the perimeter of the building while staying within the realm of influence of the candle?
It's hard, but yeah.
I'd probably do that. How long is my watch? Like an hour?
I believe it's an hour, right?
I'd probably do that twice in the hour. Maybe one at the beginning and one in the middle.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
Um,
What are you doing between your patrols?
I'm looking out. Trying not to let the dark play tricks in my mind.
Before Mavely goes to sleep, she's going to throw a cloth at Nona. Wipe off your hammer, bish.
Ah! Thank you.
Throw that away when you're done. I don't
I'm
want
sure
it
we'll
back.
find a use for it. Yeah, sure. Definitely clean off her hammer, her armor. But not looking down for more than a minute.
Okay. I'd say that is not a particularly exciting activity. So go ahead and make a
And
Con-
praying.
Constitution save
Okay.
at disadvantage.
Even though I'm a dwarf.
Yep, this is not poison.
Cool. Where's my other D20? There it is. And she's also gonna be praying. So she has like she has her stuff in personally, I don't really know how to use the stuff in her alms box. Or not alms box. There's nothing in there. The stuff in her chest. But she does some sort of ritual to try and cleanse her mind, maybe,
Okay.
if that helps.
Yeah.
That's a 18 and a 13. Is it a Constitution save?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so that's 14.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a die here. Oh, you lucked out.
Yay.
Nothing particularly untoward happens during your watch.
All right. I don't feel anything suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Now don't be.
Well, on your patrols, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check, once again at disadvantage, because you are still exhausted.
I am still exhausted. That is a 9 plus 2. So 11.
11. Nope, you don't notice anything.
All right.
Your watch appears to pass uneventfully.
Then at the end of it, I'm gonna wake up Sulan and have her start her watch.
Okay. I am not going to make decisions for her, so I'm just going to say she's attempting to be vigilant on watch and make a roll for her. Okay.
And I'm unequipping my chainmail.
Oh boy. Okay. Who's the third one on watch? That's Quinn.
Quinn.
Okay. Quinn, you wake up and you find yourself in the woods, and you're walking for you don't know why through the woods. It appears to be the dark pines. Ahead of you, you see the group's camp. As you approach the campfire, you notice the mutilated bodies of your entire party. Ellie has been ripped open, absolutely disemboweled, her intestines strewn across where she was standing watch when last you saw her. Mavli's arms have been ripped off, and the broken bones had been jutted into her chest, leaving this grotesque kind of effigy. And each arm is tilted to the side. Quinn's horns have been ripped out of her head and stabbed into her throat on either side. I can't hear you if you're muted.
Sulan.
Yeah, sorry, Sulan's antlers or horns had been ripped off and thrust into either side of her throat. Please make a sanity saving throw for me.
When you say saving throw, it's just a D20, right?
Mm-hmm. Plus whatever your sanity is.
It's nothing. I get a 10.
Okay. Quinn, you feel compelled to consume the bodies of your teammates raw.
Oh my god.
You gain some stress damage, obviously. And so for the next hour or so, Quinn gorges herself on the flesh, the raw flesh of her companions. After you've sated yourself, you wake up in a cold sweat and you look around realizing that it was a dream. And you look around, making sure to see that everything is okay. And you see Ellie asleep. You see Mavli asleep. Sister Cavernsfall, Cole asleep. Sulan asleep. But as you look at Sulan, you notice that there's a figure crouched beside her. Hang on. And as you look closer, the figure turns its head to look at you. And instead of seeing its eyes, you see 3 glowing red sockets. At which time it lifts up its hand with its talons. It looks directly at you and then thrusts its talons into Sulan's chest and grips its fist and pulls its hand out and then lets out a shrieking laugh and lunges into the woods. And Sulan, having taken damage, wakes up screaming as her chest has a gaping wound in it. And that probably wakes up all of you.
Mavli starts awake and looks around frantically.
You're muted again, Juliana.
I don't know what
No,
happened.
she's not.
You guys are well, you're alive, I think.
Who was on
By
watch?
the way, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Mechanically, Juliana, you have gained a phobia.
Ooh.
So did I not complete my watch, or did my watch begin as Sulan is injured, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. You now have a phobia of becoming a cannibal. You have this desire for humanoid flesh, and you are terrified of it. Okay, continue.
Mavli's looking between Quinn and everyone else, and does she notice in the dim light what's happening with Sulan?
Yeah, you can see that Sulan is clutching her chest, gasping, and like crying in pain.
All right, I'm going to discharge my points from lay on hands into her.
Okay, how many?
To I'm gonna do 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You also take 10 stress damage. I think I told you that, right?
I do?
No,
Who?
not you, Juliana.
Oh,
Um
oh, go ahead.
oh no. I am just trying to remember. So since this is happening during a long rest, I don't know if I have all of my lay on hands points.
You don't renew anything until the long rest ends.
Okay. So I give her 5 to stop the bleeding, and I look at Sulan in the eyes to see if she's with us.
She's alive. I think at this point Sulong would look pretty panicked. She doesn't know what just happened.
Sulan, hey, what's the last thing you remember?
I was asleep.
Whose watch was it?
I was asleep.
I think it was mine. I'm sorry. I think I fell asleep on watch.
Oh, I see. Do you remember falling asleep?
No.
Did anyone see what happened?
I can't be sure. I thought you the silent one was here.
Hearing Quinn stutter and stumble, Mavli is gonna, kind of move over and kind of put her arms around her and rub her shoulders a little bit, trying to.
No, not me. She runs over to Sulan and tries to cover her wounds. And immediately the sight and the smell and the paranoia, she immediately, I'm sorry, I want to help. I can't do this.
When
She backs away again.
it's all right.
And that
I have
coppery smell of her blood kind of makes your mouth water a little bit.
Yeah, she doesn't say that out loud. She just says she can't do this.
Quinn, it's all right. I'm a healer. It's not your responsibility.
Can I do something to help? My watch just started. I think I'm pretty sure I could take a walk around the house.
Go ahead and walk the perimeter, but be careful. Is sister why can I never remember?
Cavern's Fall.
Cavern's Fall. I keep thinking Cave Walker, and that's not right.
That's a little different.
It is. Is Sister Cavern's Fall awake?
She is. Yeah.
Sister Cavern's Fall, would you assist Quinn in a patrol around the house?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Please, thank you. Let's do so stealthy. I'm not sure how far the silent one may or may not have gotten.
As you say, let's do so stealthy. She looks back up at you as she had begun gathering up her armor and her
armor.
As she starts putting it on, and she looks at you and she's like, I don't really do stealthy.
You're right. You're right. Better safe than sorry.
I can go. You can stay here with Cole.
She looks over to make sure Cole is still where she tied him to a post.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, good.
Did he appear to sleep through all of that? Is he sleeping, like taking advantage of the rest?
He doesn't seem phased at all.
But he's not laughing.
He doesn't look as startlingly awoken as we all were.
Mm-mm.
Like a babe, he sleeps.
Highly suspect.
All right, well, you guys go outside. Sister Caverns Fall, would you like to assist me in aiding Sulan?
Yeah, of course. If anybody else needs healing, I can just do a prayer of healing.
That would be so helpful.
That's really wonderful. I wonder if while you do that, maybe Nona, if you could guard the door just to make sure nothing else comes in while we do the walk around.
Yeah.
So should we wait until you get back to do the healing?
No. Do you need heal? No one else needs healing?
Oh, we're resting. I'll be all right. Let's go, Quinn.
Okay.
You can walk this off.
So Sister Caverns Fall will kneel beside Sulan and start casting a prayer of healing.
How long does it take to, is she going to do like an immediate cast, or is,
It's 10 minutes.
because it's not going to take us 10 minutes to walk around this tiny ass building.
Right, which is why she asked if you wanted her to wait.
It'll be fine.
Okay. So you guys go out and make a quick circuit of the building. Like how far out are you going? I'm assuming less than 30 feet.
Yeah, not very far.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead and make some perception checks then.
Disadvantage?
Yep, of course.
Hashtag sad magic. 13.
Four.
13 and 4. You don't see anything untoward, nothing that you are not expecting to see. And at this point, it's like, about 5:30, approaching 6 a.m. So you're starting to see that like pre-dawn light. It is, getting close to winter. It's nearly winter at this point. So you won't expect the sun to actually come up until like, 8 or 9 a.m. I'm thinking like Alaska.
It's your world, Z. We just live in it.
Yeah, we're far northern latitude.
While she's out, Mavely's like, I wasn't built for this. It's hot. I'm uncomfortable.
All right, you complete your circuit of the small building and come back, able to witness the last 9 minutes of the prayer of healing.
Emily's gonna pull out a piece of paper and fold it, and it's a fan, and she's like waving it, fanning.
Like an auntie.
Yeah, it is uncomfortably hot, which is very strange considering it's so close to winter.
Yeah, don't like that. Don't like that. But it's a slightly less hot in the radius of the candle.
Yeah, only slightly.
Slightly less hot.
There's like a cool breeze coming off of the candle that like you can feel it occasionally on your cheeks, but then it vanishes with the oppression of the stench and heat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then after several minutes, Sister Caverns Falls prayer ends. And I think it's 9:20 right now, so I think we should stop it here and pick up the next person's watch at the beginning of the next session. Because I know Juliana's in a rush to leave, and we're still down in Arrow, so I'd rather everybody be here for these overnight things, because yeah, shit can get real
They're
quick.
very eventful.
Yeah.
So do you want to give us our hit points that we gained before you end, or do you want to give us at the start of the next one from the healing?
Oh, for the healing, right. Let me
Some of us are still down.
Yep, let me roll that right now. Each of you gain 9 HP.
Hey. Awesome.
Woo-hoo.
And this will be enough to bring Sulan back. Actually, I don't think it will bring her back to full, because she was already pretty hurt. It was clearly trying to kill Sulan.
Can I like flavor it by helping helping Sister Caverns Fall with the spell to give Sulan the rest of my lay on hands?
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. That's great. Perfect.
Okay. Maybe not the rest, but another 5. So
Another 5.
yeah. So
Okay.
10 total from me.
Okay, yeah, that will put her fully healed. Awesome.
So just to clarify, whose next watch is it? Is it Quinahawk's or is it?
It's Quinn's.
You don't actually know, because everybody was asleep.
Yeah. We don't know at what time Sulan succumbed to
We could look at the
sleep.
candle and see.
That's true.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
You're so
Yeah,
smart.
so yeah, based on that, I would say she made it through about half of her watch before she fell asleep, or before Quinn woke up.
We don't know
So it
how
is
long.
still technically Sulan's watch. So that'll be nice for Arrow to come back to.
Yeah.
You fell asleep on watch, nearly died,
But now you're totally fine.
So now
Yeah.
you're totally
and it's your
fine.
turn on watch again.
And it's
So
your
she
turn
can
on watch.
experience the full you're on
Oh,
watch.
goodness. Love it.
Yeah, sorry it wasn't a whole lot going on tonight.
Oh, there's plenty. There's plenty going on. Don't worry about it.
There wasn't a whole lot.
We had
I knew we were going to be losing Juliana early, and once I found out that Arrow wasn't going to be here, I tried to do it in such a way that not everybody would be required.
yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully next
smart.
week everybody's here. Actually, when are you getting back from New York?
So I'll be there till next Wednesday. I'm going to try to dial in while we're there, though I'm not entirely sure what our schedule is.
That's going to put you at
we're
like,
not going to be roaming around probably at 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. right? But
yeah, it's up to you. I mean, if you're not able to make it, or you don't think that you want to stay up until, God, what is it right now, New York time?
yeah, I mean,
1:30.
Jamie's
1:30?
rocking it.
I'm still technically, even though we've been here for like 3 years, on West Coast time.
That's so funny.
So if 1:32 isn't too late for you, then I mean, of course we'd love to have you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll definitely try to make the beginning again. Sorry for this week and next week, but yeah.
Oh, you're doing great.
Sorry about your cannibalism phobia.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that'll be fun. With all the open flesh we see, it's gonna be really fun to
Oh, it's
pretend
gonna be great.
grotesque about it. Oh my god, I hate that so much.
While she's secretly salivating.
It reminds me of Harrison's like lust for horse meat. How he
Yeah.
was constantly having to be around horses.
Yeah. Except that she's like terrified of actually becoming a cannibal.
Except, you know, Zeify it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna have to like hide away some like
Nee.
no, sorry, I gotta get away.
Oh, please give into it. I'm excited for that moment.
God damn it, when before you even started speaking, I was like, I know it's gonna be me. I know it's gonna be me. Something's gonna happen.
Well, it would have been Arrow, except
Yeah.
Arrow's not
he
here.
rolled really well. And literally, I rolled a 10 on the D10 for what happens when you fall asleep on watch. And the 10 is nothing happens. So like Ellie was like nodding on and off, managed to not actually, you know, completely zonk out on her watch.
Right.
And then of course Sulan, I rolled a nat 1, so I was like, well, fuck.
Ah. That would do it. That would definitely.
That'll do it. Not much happened, you guys. I took 8 pages of notes.
Dang.
You're just like the MVP, honestly.
Awesome.
If I was the MVP, I would have the other stuff up already, but I don't. So.
I'm not gonna lie, like all week I've been like, did she send it? Did she send it?
No, she didn't.
This should not encourage you to like write any faster. Do it at your pace if you want to do it.
Yeah, no, I definitely do. I kept getting into it and I'm like, oh, it's so creepy and I'm just not in a dark mood. I'll do it later. I'm not in the no. And then
That means
today I'm
he's
like,
doing
I
his
can't
job.
do anything else. I have to get this done. I'm almost finished with last week's, and this
Yeah.
week's will be much easier. So
Well, you
combat's
know
always
me well enough to know that I'm always in the dark mood.
yeah.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is my shit.
When we walked into the inn and saw the dancing but the not happiness, I immediately imagined that part in Anastasia, except for like
Yes.
really grim.
Mhm. Yeah, that's kind of the feel I was trying to go for.
Or have you guys
Yeah.
watched Keepo and the Wonder Beasts?
No.
I have
There's
not.
it's definitely not it's a kids thing, but there's still dark elements, and there's a there's a whole plot point where a character uses pheromones to control humans specifically, and he has them dance, and they have smiles plastered on their faces at all times,
Oh,
and it's like a rococo, like French. He's playing the piano while all these humans are dancing until they pass out with
Yeah.
giant grins plastered on for kids. You know.
Sounds kind of like the Smiling Man, if you've ever
Yeah.
heard of him.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, Smiling Man, Slender Man, like all
Mhm.
these horror stories that start on Reddit and just balloon.
Yeah, like creepypasta type things.
Yeah, creepypasta. I think Slender Man started out as creepypasta too.
Yeah, I think so. And then they made a
my kid was Slender Man for Halloween one year.
it is a really easy costume, I will say.
She was 8. I'm a terrible parent.
Oh my god.
Traumatize them early, then you don't have to worry about it later.
Did it on her own. She's like, I like scary stories. I'm like, no, you don't. She's like, yes, I
No.
do.
Yes,
I'm
I
like,
do.
And then of course in school they do all the things where they're, like freaky stories. And then she's like, let me tell you about this. I'm like, where the hell did you hear that?
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
The problem I find with scary stories is like, you always want something that scares you, so you keep going like darker and darker, and then you're like, I'm
And then-
desensitized. I need to get into like darker and darker shit.
The curve.
Yeah.
That's called the curve.
And then you like
Oh.
do something like this, and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna traumatize my friends.
Isn't that the goal? That's what that's why we're all here, to be traumatized.
That is totally not the goal. I don't want to actually cause you psychological damage. I want you to be scared, but not traumatized.
Oh, it's always a God, what next? And how do I handle that? You know,
Mhm.
are you sure you just want to dash? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So none of that was too much for you guys, right? That none of that
No.
crossed any lines, or should I tone it down, or is that good?
I mean, the cannibal thing is getting to me, but I mean, I'm honestly the thing I'm most worried about is graphic descriptions of children being mutilated,
Yeah.
which I know is probably unavoidable to a certain extent, but
to a certain extent, but I can tell you now that that's not a huge theme.
okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna do the
I-
tea leaves.
Ooh, we're
I
reading
thought
off
the
words.
descriptions were amazing. I am just already anxious tonight that I'm just, so no, they don't bother me normally. My senses are just a little heightened tonight.
Mhm. Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy it.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, microdosing anxiety pills. Doing all right.
Oh man.
Microdosing.
So,
So what you're
what's Quinn,
saying
like,
is
what color? Oh,
when
go ahead.
we see you over there like popping pills, you should stop.
No, like
Scale it back.
Here, hold on. Where's my phone?
you will not see this unless I'm flying again. So no, it's just a flight thing.
Okay.
So are you like on vacation or is it business?
Yeah, it's vacation. I bought Bailey Hamilton tickets for Halloween. Or for
That's
Christmas,
awesome.
sorry. Yeah, so we're
Halloween
going
is way better to give big gifts. That
so we're
is
gonna go watch it
awesome.
Friday.
To
Yeah.
do that. That's so cool.
We are actually only about 5 hours from New York City.
Only that's like driving from here to Fairbanks.
Hey, that's totally a day's, like, you could go there and back in a day.
That's
What
awesome.
color is Quinn's hair? Like, what does Quinn look like?
It's mostly black, and a little red.
Ooh.
Cool.
She doesn't have visible scarring, but she's got some like a bunch of
Time.
piercings.
So, like, piercings on her ears?
Yeah, multiple piercings in her ears, and then some like pins on her clothing.
Can I just say that I love how every single one of you put like some scar in your backstory? Everyone did.
You said that
She's good.
Yeah.
No
that-
magical healing.
no,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
magically, yeah. So like, if we did get injured, then it would have left a scar. So like, and
Mhm.
most of us are pretty well. 2 of us at least are old enough to. If we didn't get a scar at this point, it'd be
3.
very surprising.
3 of you. Sulan's pretty old too,
Oh,
Oh, is
There you
she-
go.
but she's longer lived.
what did the leaves say? Or are you taking a picture?
I'm taking a picture. I took an up close and a slightly less up close. Here, I'll post it to the, if anyone wants to do their own readings.
Oh, a tea leaf thing.
Mm-hmm.
yes, I will bring my handy dandy notebook and for when I do
Nice.
join next week.
Nice. I noticed I noticed a few grins when I changed the music.
Yep.
I assume you were like, oh.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
it. I was just really hoping it wouldn't fuck up our long rest. We blew the candle, Z.
Look, we can still save the long rest.
I mean, I'm not that cruel. Okay, that's a
Uh-huh.
lie. I
Yeah,
am.
you definitely are. Oh, did you use a wondrous item?
I actually gave everybody a magical item, and you're the only one to use it so far.
Yeah, well,
Juliana has used hers, but it's a weapon. So, which, by the way, you did not collect your dagger from the
Yeah,
from the inn. However, it is back in your scabbard.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the next time Quinn thinks about it, it's in her hand.
Yeah, no, I realized that I would not have grabbed it when we heard the noise inside and decided to walk away instead of going again.
Yeah, but next time she thinks about it, she looks down and there it is in her hand.
When she wakes up and sees Sulan,
Yeah. When she wakes up and sees Sulan, her knife is in her hand, covered in
it
blood.
wasn't
And-
me.
and then she
Covered
put
in
both of her
blood, mind
hands.
you.
She put both of her hands on Sulan's wound too, and the knife was still in there.
The knife was in her hand, covered with blood.
If one were to take a DNA test of that blood, whose blood would it be?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You'll never know.
I know. I know whose blood it would be.
Oh, good gosh. Your tea leaves, it looks like people dancing.
Well, I mean, that would
But
fit
they're
tonight's
not happy
theme,
about it.
but they're not happy about it. I'm looking at the bigger. I'm using my tool to draw on it.
On it.
So
Nice.
let's see. Sometimes it helps you visualize. I'll use red because creepy.
Red shows up really good. Do you have any feedback for us, Z? Are we doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys are doing great. I'm excited about the amount of role play.
I know sometimes things move really fast and it's hard to get in those key moments.
Yeah.
I think
Sometimes.
it's great too, though, that you set that expectation like before we started. I think so. We always have that kind of running in the back of our minds, like role play. Don't just talk.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
this type of game doesn't work without it.
Yeah.
Because what
Mhm.
the characters are feeling, what they're experiencing is such an important part of the experience that if you treat it like a puzzle to solve, it doesn't work, right? Like if you go to a haunted house, if your goal is just to get from one end of the haunted house to the other, it's not scary.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why I put that expectation there. But yeah, plus I picked you guys because I know that you're capable of doing the role play.
That's
So
awesome.
I wasn't really worried about it. Yeah. But yeah. So I think we'll call it there. Everybody good. I will stop the recording, and as soon as this is available to me, I will post it